bags are packed, are you ready to go? This time tomorrow we'll be on the road, riding with you in the sunnier days. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Children of Éarte. First things first, as usual, I will kick it over to Adam to tell us all about today's sponsors.
We've got great sponsors, and jumping right in with Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realms. You can find an Electrum chest code on the overlay, or I am sure it is going to be bouncing around in chat as well. Thank you for Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realms. And if you were just playing and you saw the notification, thanks for coming to check us out. Stay around a while and see the story. It is getting really exciting. So thank you, and grab that chest code. And then we also have Die Hard Dice, who has graciously blessed us with handheld randomizers for our, I mean, I'm stretching at this point, but I'm committed. So here we go.
You have 40 of those a year.
I don't even know. Let's see how it goes. So we have those, and we are rolling those, and you are hearing those right now being rolled by our cast. So thank you, Die Hard Dice, and you can get 10% off your order at Die Hard Dice with the code Éarte, no accent on the E, Éarte. And also, we are going to be giving away a $25 gift card in chat. So pay attention to chat, and they will be doing that there. And the last thing that I will mention for this week is, if you were not aware yet, I know that some of you have long commutes and you like listening to podcasts around the house while you're doing chores, and etc. So if you are a podcast fan, we do have the podcast version of Children of Éarte on the typical platforms where you will find podcasts. So I think that's going to be bouncing around in chat as well. So check it out in podcast form if you prefer that format. All right, I think that is all for our sponsors and announcements. And I am Adam Bradford. I'm the CDO at Demiplane, and I am playing Silas Jordan, and I can't wait to see what happens next tonight.
Hey everybody, I'm Alicia Marie, and I'm a costume artist, cosplayer, and performing artist, and I'm working on some really cool creative things. I just can't talk about them yet, so come find me on socials if you can, at Alicia Marie Body. And tonight I'm playing the very socially awkward Fairuza Armstrong, who still isn't sure of everything that's going on here.
Hi, I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on Twitter as @DreamWisp. You can find me streaming on Twitch as DreamWispJen. I am an author. I'm the creator of the Accessibility and Gaming Resource Guide. I'm one of the designers on Candlekeep Mysteries. I do a bunch of fun stuff. I'm also an actor, producer. So come check out what I'm up to in the places I mentioned before.
Are you going to say who you're playing?
Oh yeah, I'm playing
Who
Maeve.
are you?
I am playing right.
Sound.
I'm playing Maeve Flynn, your friendly neighborhood
Prankster?
Troublemaker.
I don't know. Troublemaker?
troublemaker.
Troublemaker.
Friendly neighborhood troublemaker.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the content coordinator over at Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realms. I'm also a professional musician. When I get the chance, you can find me on Twitter as Obo Lauren. You can find me here right now playing Neb, who is looking at some tiles. They're very nice tiles.
In the fake. And hi, I'm Hope LaVelle. I'm a motion capture performer by day, and by night I like to play some D&D. I am playing Robin, your favorite granny for hire, and she is very excited that she actually kept her balance when this train came to her. Like, that's pretty good.
Very impressive.
I want to know what Miss Robin's rate is if she's for hire.
I also want to find her business cards out. Robin, granny for hire.
Right.
Frankly, whatever her rate is.
Or is it like a nickel an hour? Or like
One of them
10
shiny
hugs
nickels.
and 5 cheek kisses.
And I am Deborah Ann Woll. I'll be your storyteller for this evening. So first of all, I want to thank all of my players. Thank you for being here to play with me today. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. So please make yourselves comfortable and settle in for the 4th chapter of Children of Éarte. So when we last left you, you had broken your way finally into room A. Within room A, there was fog, smoke, clouds hard to see, very obscured. You began communicating with some voices from another realm, something in a presence or more in this space. You had found a shattered mirror upon the wall, but it was missing a number of its pieces. Only one shard remained. Those of you who had stayed in the hall saw a shadowy presence standing in the doorway, but before you could do much about it, the door began to shut and you found all of yourselves stuck in room A. The door closed. After asking a few questions, the train came to a violent halt, throwing 2 of you to the ground. Or just the one, Neb? I can't remember. Maybe just Neb. And yes, Maeve hit the pavement as well. Neb went flying into the shower, getting a nice close look at that beautiful old 1930s mosaic tiles. As of now, the train is stopped in this small compartment. Again, beautifully decorated from what you can see, but again, there's this fog just all around you. The 5 of you are in there together now, and you can just feel the swirl and the smoke every so often, a bit of an energy.
Is everyone okay?
Neb, are you okay?
Ow? That's a tile. That's a lot of tile. Ow.
Are you okay in there?
Maeve, are you all right?
The heck?
Robin will run up and try to help Neb up.
Okay.
Oh no, that's my. You're looking good, kid. Just
Thanks, I'm doing my best.
You still have all your teeth. That's good.
I do? Okay. I don't know if I have all of my side. Did the train stop?
Yes, it's quite worrying. Anybody? Are we okay? The train...
Maeve is sort of sitting herself up after being knocked down, and she sort of is almost like a dancer stretching their ankle and sort of stretches it out and then twists it, and you hear it crack a little bit. And she gets back up and she goes, well, I think I'm glad I went and got this. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out a first aid kit and goes over to Neb to try and start helping. I don't know why this stopped, but also there was someone standing in the door there.
Yeah, has anyone else seen that?
You saw it too, Silas?
What's that, Fairuza?
You saw it too in the doorway, or?
I mean, I don't know if I saw it, but there is definitely something in here.
You guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm beginning to feel like there is something very strange going on this train.
It is, and it's amazing, except when it slams me into the wall.
Maeve, would you like to do a medicine check on Neb?
Sure.
And Maeve, are you okay? I heard that crack. That was a hefty
Very
crack.
uncomfortable was what that was. So that's a 13.
A 13. You can have 2 hit points for that, Neb.
Hey.
Whatever sort of, your brain, you just gotten tossed, possibly sort of concussion sort of territory. And there's just kind of a ringing in your ears, and Maeve, maybe there was, did a little bit of there was a card in there that just showed her which sort of pressure.
I do have a manual that tells me what to do.
That's right. A little pressure point on the back of your head that just kind of relieved some of the tension in your head. You just feel a little bit
of traction lift there.
Yeah, a little bit better after that bad hit.
Oh, that
Are you all right
better.
there?
Better than I was a moment ago. Thank you.
Are you all right, Maeve? I saw you take a fall as well.
I'm fine. It's not particularly uncommon. I have weak ankles,
Silas and Fairuza standing in the middle of the room, you simply hear right by your ear.
Was that you? Are you breathing on me?
somebody just did like one of those weird, like inappropriate phone calls, but without a phone, right in my ear. I'm not
ASMR?
lying.
Oh.
I think if it's
Whatever that's
inappropriate,
called.
it's not ASMR.
You'd be
ASMR.
surprised.
What is ASMR?
It's when
Autonomic
Don't worry
somatic
about it, Miss Robin.
meridian response.
I'll show you some YouTube videos later. Do I still see the figure, the smoky figure?
No, at this
Okay.
point in this space, with the door closed to the hallway, there's almost no light in here except a little bit of moonlight that's peeking in through the sides of the curtains, the shades. In this space, it's very, very dark. Neb, you're the only one who can kind of, make out the main shapes of the space. And there's just this swirling mist, this swirling fog that sort of fills the room.
Silas pulls out his phone and turns on the flashlight.
As you turn on the flashlight from your phone, it lights up the fog. And now in the fog, you just see this sort of white swirling in front of you. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you the rest of the space. However, if you were to go up and hold it up next to a piece of furniture or the wall, you'd see more detail there. But
I'm going to walk around the perimeter then and kind of just, look and see if I can find anything.
As Silas begins to move around the space, the rest of you, he almost disappears. All you start to see is that little glowing white light as it sort of moves through the fog. Silas, please give me a perception check.
This should be good. He is so wise. 17.
17
on the die, but 17.
No. As you make your way into kind of a back corner by the sort of what you think is the bedstand and the lamp next to the bed, and you're kind of running your light across it, you just feel something sort of like a hand or something sort of cold cast over the top of your head.
Fairuza, is that you? Fairuza?
No, I can't see anybody. Where are you? Are you okay? So Fairuza's looking across the room, and she's
You're gonna move towards
where
the light.
is.
You can see where the light is. You can see where
yeah.
he is, even if you can't see him.
What are you doing? Are you sitting? Are you
I don't
standing?
know. Listen, whoever you are, if you're touching me right now, it's not with my consent, and I just want you to know that I am a black belt in Taekwondo, and you probably want to stop whatever you're doing. But I don't turn around.
Don't turn around. Stay where you are. You just seem to again feel the mist sort of slide kind of around your body, a little chill going through your body. It's very, very cold in here. All of you are starting to really feel that numbness in your fingers, and your whole body gets a little tense to try and combat that cold.
All right, no, they don't want us here. The spirits, I know for sure. We need to get out of here. And she's going to run and try to get the door. Like, who wouldn't try the door?
You go to grab the door?
Yes.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
+1. Oh, no, it's a 4.
4.
Here we go.
This time, instead of it being burning hot, it is absolutely frozen solid. As your fingers touch it, they stick. You try to pull your fingers off of the door, but they're holding tight. You can just feel the freezing cold of that metal begin to sap the moisture in your hands, sticking your hand to the doorknob. You are now restrained.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Wait.
It's like Ralphie. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay. Not moving.
Does anybody need to pee?
No one move.
I don't even know how to respond to that there.
Quick, in my bag. Somebody grab my bag. I've got sunscreen in there. That might help. We'll rub it on it and rub it loose, please. Don't all jump out at once.
Do you have your bag on you, or do you
Yes,
leave
Where
it?
is it?
Okay.
It's on me.
Maeve, come on. We should help, and I'll walk on over and start digging around.
What is this place? What's in here?
Ghosts?
What? Besides the ghosts?
Well, one of them wants us to help, and I think the other one is not happy. I don't know.
And where's Silas?
I'm over here. I'm okay, but someone's
What's over
massaging
there?
my neck. Just a lot of fog, some creepy chill. I don't
It's a
see anything
ghost.
yet.
He's feeling a ghost, I'm sure. Robin, is there something else? You said lotion? It's the middle of
Yes.
winter. Why do you have
Sunscreen. You always have to be prepared.
Yeah, it's
I
that
mean-
snow glare.
It's not clear. Yeah.
That's actually true. Okay.
Robin, as you're standing there holding the door, now you feel just this cold presence around your body, and suddenly a shadow sort of casts across your face. You're not sure from what. Ooh, that's pretty good. Does a 18 hit your AC?
Oh goodness, yes.
Oh, jeez.
You take 9 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 2,
Oh goodness. I'm sorry.
which will take it down a modifier.
Okay.
As you feel this cast come across you, and you see this shadow like on your arm, you see it up against that door. Suddenly, it disappears once again.
You guys see Robin just faint, and she just falls to the floor, and her hand is still stuck on the door, and you just see her kind of go limp.
Can I
Are you
try to,
unconscious?
Yes.
You're down. Okay.
I'm going to try to catch her so that she doesn't just
Gotcha.
hit on the floor.
Mhm.
Oh, geez. Maeve, do you still have that the healer's kit, the
Yes,
healing
and I
kit, the
it's
kit?
top of my bag. I can-
What's wrong?
yeah.
What's happening? And Silas is.
I
gonna
can't.
start
I
moving
can't
toward
see
the door.
anything.
Robin fainted.
Is that what that noise? But I heard a thud. I wasn't sure what just happened.
Yeah. I think something came over her, and we're working on it. Her hand is stuck to the door. Maeve, you see what you could do with her. I'll see if I could get her hand loose. And I'm hoping that I've found the suntan lotion by now.
Yes, you found the suntan lotion. She has
And-
a lot of stuff in her bag, but you found it now.
And there's probably a moment or two where I'm like, oh, that's interesting. No. One thing. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna try to just and then like rub her hand with my hand to try to
Okay.
help warm her up and use the lotion to try to get her hand free at least.
Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sure
Yeah.
this will go great.
Come on. Don't do this.
It's a 13.
A 13. All right, you're able as best you can to avoid the really cold places. Even if you do touch it, you've seen what happens, so you're more careful. And you're able to get most of the sunscreen down kind of around her fingers. You do feel like it's beginning to loosen, but that it's going to take a little work for that to happen.
All right, I'm going to keep working on this until her hand is free. It's just going to take an extra second or two.
Neb, a shadow comes across your face.
You've only got 3 hit points.
However, it disappears yet again.
When it appears, do I
Yes.
feel anything?
You only a cold sort of presence, something that just feels unsettling, uneasy.
Does anyone know what is actually going on right now?
Is
There
anybody in on it?
I just got here. You've all been in here for a while.
There's
I was hoping you'd figured it out by now. But no?
there are ghosts in here, and one of them is not happy, and I don't know why. That's as far as we got before the door closed and the train stopped.
Listen, like, I know that I was talking about nanotechnology and all, but like, I'm starting to think that this is real, that this is actually really happening. And honestly, it's really, really terrifying, but at the same time, it's really, really cool. This means that like all those stories, like there's a chance that all that stuff has been true all these years.
I completely agree and would be more towards the thinking this is really cool if Miss Robin wasn't fainted on the floor and if my side didn't hurt real bad.
Pulling out some smelling salts.
Okay,
from the
smelling salts. You want to do a medicine check for me?
Sure. I am not a doctor. Just a reminder.
I'm sure. You did a
16.
16. Yes. All right. Robin, you don't open your eyes, but there's a sort of moan that comes out of your body as you get 1 hit point and are stable.
Oh, thank you.
However, you
Yeah.
did go unconscious, so we have a thing. All right.
Mhm.
Neb, And Robin, as you know, you sort of stir and your eyes sort of flit back and forth. You also, even in your sort of unconscious state, just feel the shadow of something cross over your face. And yet again, Lauren, it crosses your face and then disappears.
Do any of the rest of us see anything?
If you are up close, you might see a shadow cross across, just fall onto Neb's face and then slip away.
Does the shadow have any form, or is it just inky black mist?
It's almost as if a cloud passes over Neb's face.
Get away from the door. Get away from the door, Neb.
As soon as I get your hand free.
Give me the sunscreen. I'll do it. You must get away.
We both need to get away. Have I managed?
You're rubbing. Yes. All right. You're now to the point where it's just sort of the little last, quarter-sized spot on her palm as she pulls her fingers away.
Just a little more, and then we're gonna scooch away, and then I don't know what, but at least we'll be away from the door. Is there anything at the window? Can someone check the window or the mirror? Check the mirror.
It looks like it is some kind of shadowy mist, and so everyone should have their cell phones out. Let's light this place up.
Another shadow crosses across your face, Neb.
Okay.
Oh dear. Neb, does a 17 hit you?
Oh yes.
So at this point in time, does Silas see that at all?
So yes, at this point in time, Silas, what you would see watching, you would now see that the shadow darkens on her face and her eyes sort of flutter back into her head.
So as that is happening, as a reaction, I would like to basically just yell, "Hey, whatever you are, I've been waiting for magic to be real my entire life, and we're going to get some kind of bargain bin gentleman ghost in here." And as I say this, I'm trying to distract it.
Okay.
Barb-like.
Okay.
And
so this gives me
re-roll.
disadvantage on that one. Okay, here I go. Or reroll. Oh, as you do, you almost see like it flickers in and out of existence, and it disappears.
Hurry.
What?
At this point, you pop Robin's hand palm off of the doorknob.
Thank you. Let's crawl away.
Fairuza, do we have an axe in here?
We don't. I left it in my room. But I do have an idea. I think that we should all try to, crowd together so we know exactly who is real and what is not real in this room right now.
That's exactly what happens.
Can we just
in the
move
video
to the
games.
center or something? I don't know. For warmth. I mean, even though I do have cold resistance, it's really cold in here.
What's cold resistance?
She must be
I
from
grew up in
Buffalo
Maine.
or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Understood.
Yeah.
Oh, being a quarter Canadian.
No, definitely being able to see you all would be good. Miss Robin, let me help you up, and I'll try to help her up, and the two of us will just hobble on over to the middle of the room.
So the 5 of you make your way to the center. As you begin to see each other's faces, you can just see that little bit of blue starting to come in around each other's lips. Eyes are getting sort of red-rimmed and tight. Everyone is sort of huddling closer and closer, their muscles tensing.
What do we do?
What do we do? You tried to get out the door, Robin? Is that what you did?
Yes, I wouldn't recommend it.
Let's just try to talk to them, maybe.
I'll go
Maybe.
look back over at the mirror. Do I see any new writing on the shard?
You do not. Still
Spirits,
says, release me in Purbans.
a magical being that is now floating around inside this room with us. What do you want? We can get it for you.
Let's see, Robin, are you still wearing your hearing aid?
I am.
All right. Well, the rest of you just hear. Robin, you hear. You must stay.
Oh, it wants us to stay. Well, if you wanted us to stay, you should be nicer.
Well, you heard something, Robin, other than
You
breath?
understood that?
I did. I told you. Psychic.
God, when was it?
Between Robin and what we've been able to communicate with on the mirror, we were able to get a little bit of information about at least what one of them wanted. Why do you?
Are there more than one of you?
Yeah, I think there's two. I think you were right.
You see, looking at the glass, Neb, you can see again, almost like a breath, a new breath on the air and all on the glass, and all it says is a Y.
Because we like you? I don't know. Does anyone else see that?
Is it trying to
You
spell Ivy again?
It then writes an E.
Okay.
And then writes an S.
Oh, it's just yes.
What was the question again?
If there were two in this room, it's a confirmation. And I'm gonna. How far away is the shard?
You guys are fairly close to it. You're all sort of huddling in front of it where you can see it.
Okay, I'll step closer to it and once again use my sweatshirt to wipe the canvas free.
By problems?
Yeah.
No more problems.
No more problems. We have enough problems.
Free zone.
I'm gonna be thinking about that for the rest of my very short life at this point. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna write help.
All of a sudden in the shard of that glass, you see the face of that woman with the tight curled blonde hair, the blood red lips. You see her eyes wide as she shakes her head in fear and disappears.
I don't think Ivy's gonna be able to help us very much with whoever this other person is that wants us to stay.
Okay. So
Okay,
we're standing in a room that's freezing.
I have one
with
more
two
idea.
ghosts.
I got this.
Go ahead.
My time as a waitress helped me with being able to do things with more than one hand, it seems. I've got like 3 hands, and I'm going to reach forward for the door, but without my hand.
Without your hands. As you move, sort of closer to it, just enough, breaking away from the group so that you can see the doorknob. And the rest of you sort of peer, you see the doorknob begin to turn, seemingly of its own accord, as Robin's hands remain with her. As it does, it knocks. It's frozen, solid.
Maeve
Did
goes,
you just use the force to turn that doorknob?
No, it's completely explainable, but for another time.
But it seems to be stuck.
Yes, I can't seem to get it. It's frozen solid. Does anybody have a lighter or can cause heat or something?
Maeve hands over a lighter.
A lighter.
Yeah.
And I swear this is all in my inventory. I promise. Maeve.
Yes, Maeve.
Hearing you want us to stay? No. And there is, maybe it's the force of the train stopping so suddenly, but all of a sudden things sort of thud forward to the ground.
Okay.
Towards where the shadow
was
might
previously
be.
towards that door. Are you casting? Are you doing what? You can tell me what you're doing.
Yeah. I am using no.
You're using no. Okay.
I'm using
No.
Denial.
Good word.
So yeah.
Let me know what
it is okay. So I am doing it. It's a 19.
19 to hit. You.
And I may have, hang on, let me just see one other thing. No, that's it.
Okay. You miss.
I miss. Okay.
Nothing happens. As everything sort of thuds in that direction. there doesn't seem to be any response. However, let's roll initiative.
Did you just do like magic?
Our first initiative. Of course not. I just don't want to stay here.
She's very, very adamant.
How would you like us to give you these numbers?
I will call out your names and we'll go around
Okay.
the horn here. Let's start with you, Lauren. Start with you, Neb.
11.
11 for Neb. And Robin.
7.
7 for Robin. And Fairuza.
12.
12 for Fairuza. And Silas.
A nice even 10.
A 10 for Silas.
We're all
and
grouped
Maeve.
21.
21
Except for
Maeve.
Ready for anything.
She's ready for this.
All right. Maeve,
Don't
having
like being kept places.
Yes, having seen that that doesn't work, and the others are still sort of huddling there, a little bit flabbergasted by whatever Robin just did and what you did. I mean, all of this is inconceivable. What would you like to do?
I'd like to give the room a once-over as much as possible.
Perception?
Pull out.
Are you in a special way, or?
Well, I have just a keychain flashlight.
Yeah,
I have
great.
other
Yeah.
flashlights too, but it's a small
Perception
one.
check.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
My passive is an 11. So.
Yeah, as you're looking around, it's all fog and little crevices and ornate woodwork, and you just have no idea where something like this could be in this space. There are so many places to hide. With that, all the rest of you looking at her see a shadow go across the back of her hair.
Maeve.
Maeve, you feel a cold come across you, however, you sort of resist it. This shadow that kind of turns, again, seems to just disappear into the woodwork. Although, Robin, you see it. You saw it move just a little. I think I've got it, Robin, right? I don't know why I don't have that piece of paper in front of me. One thing I didn't have prepared in front of me, unfortunately. You see it. Is your 15 passive perception, Robin? Who's got the 15 passive?
I think it's
Neb.
Neb.
I'm sorry, Neb. Apologies,
Okay.
Robin. Neb, as you watch it and you're about to go, Maeve, as you were sort of, you see it dart up into a little corner just above the mirror. As if that little shadow in the corner is just a little bit darker. The rest of you do not notice this. Fairuza, it is now your turn.
Okay, so Fairuza immediately, I mean, everything's starting to like heighten a little bit, so
Yes.
her fight or flight's going to
Yes.
enact, and she can see the door, right?
You can see the door.
Okay, so she's like, sometimes this happens when I'm cold, and I am a little cold, and she starts like rubbing her hands together, and she
Yes.
walks up to the door, and she's like, this is really weird, but everything's weird in this room, so she's gonna start rubbing her hands together. You know, when it's cold, you get like static electricity sort of. in this room.
Sure.
She just gets in, she's like, gonna reach for the door, and this is called static shock. She's gonna put in the door and try to turn it.
Okay.
It's a strength thing. So I mean, I can do this as a hit, or I can do it as a strength thing. So you tell me what you
Let's
think.
do it. Let's do it as a strength thing, almost like you're going to turn the knob and try to break the ice that's holding it. So, first of all, a Constitution saving throw, unless you're fully immune, but I think you're just resistant. Yes.
Oh, I'm good at that. Come on. That's a 10. How
Then-
when I have a +4?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's a 6 cold, so you can take half of that as you put your hand on it. Now, give me would it be an advantaged strength with your lightning, your static electricity? So yeah, so
Yes.
give me an advantage strength to see if you can break the ice.
Saving throw or check?
No, the good old regular check. This will
Okay.
be your action to attempt to break that
Okay,
ice.
I think I'll take it. It's a 20.
It's a 20! Yay!
Yeah.
Natural or dirty?
17 + 3.
Okay, dirty. So yeah, dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty 20. It's fine. As you go, you wrench it, and you can feel the zzz of your hand kind of against it as you take the little burn, but it cracks through the ice there. As you then pull the door forward an inch. Now it only goes an inch before you see the hinges are also icy and stuck as you start to pull at it. Fairuza, unless you have a bonus action, that is your turn.
Ooh, let's see. She does start to get a little angry, but she's so used to holding herself back from being angry. So she just sort of stands there kind of like, what is going on? So I guess she's just gonna try to look out the crack, try to look see
Okay.
if she can do anything to the crack.
As you look through the crack, all the lights are flickering in the hall, and this fog seems to continue now out into the hallway where it was not once before.
And she puts her mouth like through the crack and says, Auggie! Can you hear us? Gloria!
Auggie! Fantastic. Neb, you are up next.
Neb has tracked this shadow into
Yes,
the corner.
Neb can see it in the corner.
And absent-mindedly, she reaches into her pocket with her burnt hand and pulls out what looks like a tiny little rock. Just something jagged, maybe sparkly? You're not quite sure. She clutches it, and she looks, for the first time since you've met her, kind of angry. You know, this would be a lot more fair if we could see you. And out from the wood, almost as like when Silas turned on his flashlight and there was just that little pinpoint of light, you see a couple of pinpoints of light, and then a few more, and then a few more, like fireflies have suddenly entered the room. As I've summoned some fireflies. Right on top of it.
Okay, fantastic.
And she probably feels kind of tired because that took a lot of energy.
3 fireflies, to be specific? Yeah.
Well, this would be a whole fairy's worth of
A
them.
whole fairy's worth of fireflies. I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
a whole fairy's worth of fireflies. So dexterity?
Yes. DC 13.
I make it.
So, but it stays and it lights up that area, and it's like all of a sudden that whole corner.
Okay. So yes, Neb has marked that corner, and now if any of you follow that, you do see a dark patch kind of in the corner of up at the top of the ceiling where Neb has her fireflies floating around.
And I reach over to Silas and I once again without looking, just still looking at this corner. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yeah, I got it.
And that's it.
Silas
says, "Hey, why don't you come out here? Like, you don't even know how to be the right kind of monster. I mean, I've seen better in video games. You look like the sick nicotine fumes that my Uncle Robbie was just a drunk and no count. You can't even do this part right." And for whatever reason, the words, venomous words, vicious words, are lashing out with DC 14 wisdom.
A DC 14 wisdom. I make it.
And so as he does that, he does step forward a little bit, though, kind of to try to get its attention to some degree.
Okay.
And then with a bonus action, he is going to say, and hey, Miss Robin, legendary hero Michael Jordan once said that he never lost a game. He only ran out of time. And you're not out of time. And with that word, she feels a lot better.
She feels somewhat healed.
Yeah, and with that,
how much better does she feel?
8.
She feels 8 better?
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot better.
Nice.
That's a whole lot better.
Silas, you have the best words.
And the worst words.
Which are kind of the best
cruelest
words.
and they're all over
Words
the
all
place.
around.
Depends on who is
So
hearing
many
them.
words.
And then, yes, I that all Silas for you.
That is it.
All right, Robin.
Robin feeling this burst of energy from Silas's words, since, well, you're right, I'm not out of time yet. Can I see What can I see?
You can
the corner?
see that there's a corner that's exceptionally dark. You can see that Neb has lit up this corner. Now you can't see the thing.
Okay.
That you're not able to see, but you can see kind of where Neb is trying to direct your attention.
So DM's choice.
Or a bunch of
Yeah.
fireflies that
Or a
have
bunch
just
of
shown up.
fireflies,
I
yeah.
mean,
You know, the fireflies are Neb's firefly friends.
yeah.
Mhm.
She is a flea circus and a firefly acrobat.
Yeah.
So the DM's choice.
Yes.
I have something that says within a distance of a creature you can see.
Right.
Or-
So this creature is still hidden. You just know its location.
So is there a possibility
Of using, like, if it's a line of sight issue, I don't believe you can use it.
Okay.
You would have to take your action to, like, officially.
Okay. In that case, we're in the middle of the room.
You are. You're over by the mirror, which is, yes, middle-ish of the room.
Okay. Is there
Yes.
an object that is not tied down?
Absolutely. There are things like brushes and combs and little vanity containers that would have housed like cream or powders all across this little vanity.
Robin is going to pick up the heaviest thing she can see.
Yeah.
And she's going to say, you know, at the senior center, I am the shot put champion. And she's going to catapult it at this corner.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So yes, make your attack. I guess we'll call it it's a ranged attack. You can use your strength bonus.
I thought she was going to say cornhole or
You could
something.
do dexterity. You can do dexterity. This
I
is
can
your
do
throwing. You can do dexterity
Okay.
rather than strength. You can use dexterity.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a range.
That's not bad. That's a 17.
That'll hit.
Oh! Okay. Wasn't prepared for this. Okay.
Although
Oh my
technically you
gosh.
should have disadvantage, but I'm gonna give it to you. I don't want
Okay.
to.
Wasn't
We're good.
prepared
All right.
for
We're gonna go for
this.
it.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. So Robin, just kind of, makes her declaration about being a shot put champion, reaches down, picks up a little ceramic, container off of the thing and just hurls it at that corner. As you do, you see sort of the shadow of that corner kind of almost like in a cartoon, like splat and get larger and then kind of seem to condense down into the space again. But yes, there's even a little noise that comes from the corner. Anything else, Robin?
Yes. Okay. It's up in the corner. How tall are these ceilings?
About 10 feet. No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. Like 8 feet. Not even that.
8 feet. Oh, Robin won't be able to reach. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Maeve.
I look at where the fireflies are and I say, the fairies are trying to tell us something and I see what they're telling us. So I recognize that
Okay.
as the place where the creature is.
Yes.
And I will say, I told you no.
Okay.
I will.
Yet again.
I do not need to see the thing
Gotcha.
for this, by the way.
Fantastic. So
it
there is no disadvantage for you, but I have to keep pulling up stuff here.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh!
You have the strongest nope ever.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
We all
strongest
feel
note
it.
we've ever
So
seen.
give me a moment here because
Okay, yeah.
it's going to be. We're just going to do it like this. Plus that. So it's 6 plus 10 plus. So we're at 8 plus an additional because it was on my list.
Yes.
It's going to do an additional 6.
An additional
So it's a total of
6.
16.
Okay.
No, 14.
No, 14.
What did I know?
You said
Is it
8
plus 6?
8 plus 6,
So
14.
14. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. as all this energy in the space starts to fly towards this thing, as it hits, anything else you want to do?
So I used my bonus and my action.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do here.
You see a dark form rocketing out of the corner. Now it has a little bit of shape, a mouth wide open with dark teeth as it flies towards your face.
Oh gosh.
That is 12.
Wait.
Does it miss you? 12?
It will
hit?
miss me.
It missed you. Okay. As it flies towards you, you just dart to the side as it slides into the ground behind you onto the carpet. You see this figure again sort of writhing on the ground as though it were like a snake.
I turn with my flashlight. I don't think so, creep.
You turn your flashlight around on it.
I'm used to the subways in New York.
Oh boy.
I look
Despite
at
your
it
flashlight, if anything, your
calmly.
flashlight casts strange sort of extra shadows in the corner and again seems to disappear from all of your vision. Fairuza.
Fairuza hears a teapot or something crash against her far wall. She's at the door. She sees fireflies all of a sudden emanate in the corner. She
Yes.
hears Maeve talking about fairies that she needs to speak to, and she's realizing I'm in a room with ghosts and crazy people. She's like, that's it. So like almost like a cartoon, she's gonna brace like her feet on the door
Says the
jamb.
woman who carries an axe with her everywhere.
Every woman should carry
I'm
an
fairies and crazy people. Can that be the title? Fairies and crazy people.
I'm carrying an axe everywhere I go after being here.
I know.
Okay.
Smartest person in the room.
Was that smartest or murderous?
Sometimes they go hand in hand. I don't know.
Sometimes I gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so as she's like
Yes.
realizing this, like that this like heat starts coming
Yeah.
up through her body, but it's more of like a chill almost. The anger and the sort of heightened like just body reactions and everything, and she's gonna jump on the literally jump on the door jamb where her feet are on the and her hands are on, and she's trying to like pry the door back, and if you could see her eyes, you would see like them sort of glistening like with like electricity almost.
Yep.
She didn't even know that happened, but if you could see her, you would see it. And she's trying to yank the door open.
Advantage
out of here.
athletics check, please, Fairuza.
Okay. Oh wait, I rolled the wrong thing. I put insight. Hold on. Finger slipped. 19.
19. Okay, so you know those of you who are you're mostly focused on Maeve, who dodged out of the way of this thing and it slithered kind of in the ground off into the fog. But suddenly you hear Fairuza go, "Ah!" and you literally see her go like horizontal as she gets her legs in between and her arms on the side, and she just pushes apart this door, cracking as it flies open. And Fairuza, you drop to the ground, breathing heavily, but the door is wide open.
It's
Anything
open,
else,
you
please?
guys. Don't you think we should get out of here?
Neb.
Yes, I think we should get out of here immediately. For my movement, I'm gonna move towards the door. Do I see exactly where the shadow went to, or
No,
like the
you,
general
not
area?
Even you can tell where this went.
Okay. The last
You can take a
place-
perception. You can use your action to make a perception check to see. if you know
No,
where-
I'm gonna be reckless about this because
Okay.
Neb is leaving, but not before she tries one more time. She looks up at her fireflies and she looks back down where she thinks this thing is,
Okay.
and she goes, let's make sure it doesn't follow us, okay? And for some reason, the fireflies, which are in the corner, suddenly gravitate towards this other place that she's looking at.
They're so well trained.
I'm gonna cast it again.
Okay. And you are targeting where you saw it land from Maeve, somewhere a little bit further away from her. Where are you targeting?
So it's a 20-foot cube of fireflies.
It's a 20-foot cube. Okay. Okay.
So
that's fantastic.
basically, that entire
That's
section
most,
of the
most of the room. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Fantastic.
Anything that doesn't include my friends, my new friends.
Ooh. This is a dex.
Yeah, DC 13.
And
Fail. That's a
because it's on my
10.
list,
Yes.
it actually will have disadvantage on Dex.
Oh, it will. Okay, if it's just near you.
Specifically Dex. Yeah, because it is on my list. And as long as
Fantastic.
it's there.
Okay. As you cast, you send your fireflies off in that area, and they begin to circle and swirl around. Down over by the leg of the bed, you suddenly see a curled up, huddled, dark shadow underneath, with just its little fingers beginning to spread out extra long, reaching towards the group.
And I do that back. I've never been able to do that before, Nina.
It is under the bed, reaching out slowly. But
There
now
it
it is highlighted in your fireflies as they sort of crawl over its formless body.
There it is. But let's get out of this door. And yeah, I will continue to move outside.
As you run out the door, as soon as you cross that threshold, all of you hear, but Robin, you hear no as she crosses that threshold.
Silas says, I don't know what she just did, but I see you now. I've seen more mystery in the Lost Smoke Monster, you Titus Welliver looking smoke joke. And that is a wisdom save of 14.
I crit.
Oh.
Wait.
Although do I have just? Oh, you said only on Dex. Okay,
Only on Dex.
gotcha.
Okay,
Was it
so-
Robin? Yes, go ahead.
Robin is just gonna be like, I see you now, and you can see me, and distract with a
Okay, distract. Here I go again.
I love it.
Oh, that was a deck. Sorry, a whiz.
Wisdom 14.
I failed. That's a 6.
Yes.
All right, so that deals 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And then the creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay. Disadvantage on next attack.
And then Silas, I don't know if anyone else is still like toward the middle of the room, but he's going to kind of like pat them on the shoulder as he's starting to move toward the door, but he's not going to lose sight of the creature as he's doing.
Okay. Who are you patting?
I don't know. Whoever else might still be in the middle of the room.
I mean, you still got everyone but Neb.
Okay.
And
so,
Fairuza's a little farther away. Fairuza's over by the door.
Holding the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay.
you got Robin and Maeve near you.
yeah, and at this point, I'm going to pat. Let's do Maeve,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, listen, that was clutch, like Michael Jordan '93 Finals clutch, and that is going to, as a bonus action, expend some inspiration.
All right. And you're also then moving out the door.
Yes.
All right, as you sort of, move across, watching this thing as it begins now, having heard the words properly or at least felt the venom in the intention of your speech, it starts to writhe like a wounded snake or something slithering over itself underneath the bed, trying to kind of creep its way over towards the other bedpost. However, those fireflies just stay stuck to it, revealing it to you, Robin.
Robin is making sure Silas is getting away, and then she's going to turn to this creature, and is the floor made of carpet, perchance?
It is.
Oh
carpet.
my gosh. Okay. Robin starts like and she's gonna be like, have you ever heard of static shock? And this like lightning, like lightning lure is gonna like protrude out as she like shoots at it.
You have
And,
advantage on the attack.
You do
because
have it.
The fireflies are helping.
They are there making it.
It's actually gonna be a strength saving throw.
A strength
Ah.
save.
Wait, am I looking at
Under
this
her
right?
breath, Maeve starts singing some Owl City.
I fail.
Oh, yeah.
It fails.
Yes. That's 4 points of lightning damage.
Ooh, okay. As it, squirms and kind of crawls, trying to hide behind that other bedpost as it wraps itself around, you see it trying to get into any little nook and cranny of the wood. As you, however, see it lit up by Neb's fireflies, you rub your fingers or your feet, and as it hits it, you see the whole thing kind of go stark still and dissipate into the mist.
I didn't mean mean to do that, but yes, I did. Did I? I have
What-
never done that before.
What just
Oh,
happened?
Do
I don't know.
feel
Here's as does Neb's fireflies also disappear. In that moment, there's a shake of the whole train. The whole train sort of shakes around. Suddenly, Fairuza, next to you, you hear a crack as the door begins to. The ice of the door cracking and spinning as it shatters, sending shards of ice everywhere around. Everyone, please make dexterity saving throws. Fairuza, you are at disadvantage.
Ooh,
Unless because of your unless because of your raging you have canceled for that.
Do it again. Let's see.
16.
Oh no, my first one was 12. That's the lowest.
So 16 for Silas. Robin.
Nat 20.
20.
Nice.
Neb.
The opposite of a nat 20, a 2.
2. Fairuza.
I got a 12.
12.
My
And
lowest.
Maeve.
17.
17.
Nice.
All right.
Could Robin use her nat 20 to dive in front of Neb and take the damage instead?
Yeah.
I love that so much. You absolutely can. All right.
Robin, no!
Robin and Fairuza, you take 6 slashing or piercing damage as these little shards of icicles just shatter in and scrape. As it hits you, you reach up and pull a shard of this ice out of your skin. However, you have shielded Neb from this damage.
I got you, kid.
As you fall in front of her.
You literally saved my life.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks to Silas, I had full health.
Oh, well, here's the question. Neb was outside, Robin.
I would have been running.
You would have been running. Okay, I'm going to allow it because it's lovely.
That is hilarious.
And you took the damage. That's good. So yeah, as soon as you saw this door kind of go, you literally ran into the shards, turning your body to sort of block Neb as it flung out. It just hit you everywhere as you sort of fell in front of Neb.
Please tell me you were a stunt performer at some point because that was amazing. Also, I'm
That-
so sorry.
Was totally wicked.
That was amazing.
Is
Robin.
everybody okay though? Everybody
Yes,
okay?
is everyone okay?
No,
Fairuza,
but
you
yes.
right.
Did you see what Miss Robin did to the thing and all of you? That was
It was all of us.
This
It was
is
a team
incredible.
effort.
That was badass, Robin. I mean, Fairuza's just and the shock thing, man. And she gives her a high, puts her hand up for a high five,
As
She,
you high five,
she,
you both
goes
get a little,
a little shock.
little. You don't even have to
Carpeting,
touch.
yeah.
You just feel the little lightning.
Yeah.
Fairuza, you ripped that door open. That was awesome.
Well,
Thanks.
what do we
Sometimes
do
the-
now?
Oh, thanks.
Well, can we look around a bit more? Is there
Is it
anything
still-
in here?
Is it still foggy in the
It
hallway?
is still foggy in the hallway. Now, it is, once you have the door open, some of the fog from inside the room is starting to waft out into the hallway. So the fog is getting less dense in that main room. However, yes, everything, it's almost like there's smudges on your lenses or something like that. It just feels like everything's a little fuzzy, a little foggy.
I'm gonna
Is
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. Okay.
I'm gonna turn towards the windows on the
Yes, Neb.
opposite side of where the door is.
Yes.
It was just all windows. What do I see?
Yes. As you look into the window directly opposite the door, you see the woman with the blonde hair and the pale icy blue dress standing in the doorway just behind you. As she stands there and she looks, you see little pieces of glass mirror, teardrops falling from her eyes across her chin and dropping to the floor. As she nods, looks to the mirror and mouths,
What?
and disappears.
We will, or at least I will.
What are you talking to right now?
The woman whose name I probably shouldn't say since the last time we were out here and said it, the
Yeah,
door
yeah.
closed on us. But yes, her. She still needs help. She still needs the shards of the mirror. We need to get them and put them back so that she can be free. I think we helped with destroying whatever that was, but we need to find those mirror. I mean, we should probably figure out what's going on here now, but in the future, we need to help her.
After what I've seen
Um,
tonight, then I know for sure that you're right, Neb. this spirit, this woman, she needs us. She is in danger, and we can do something about it. Can't you guys tell after what we just did? It was awesome.
Okay, hold on, Rambo. Before we do anything else with this room or in this room, I think we should prepare ourselves somehow.
Yes, go grab your axe.
Listen. All the books and comics I've read, all the movies and TV shows I've watched, all the video games, all the tabletop RPGs. I mean, I've been preparing for this my entire life. Like, I watched this show the other day, and it was like this cool Viking guy was like, "Destiny is all," and it's like, this is destiny. This is destiny.
I'm with you.
I don't know if it's destiny, but it's amazing and interesting, and I'm all for it.
What do you say, Maeve?
It's certainly something different.
But
I
yes,
wanted to ask you, Maeve, about those. You said you had that fairies were speaking to us in there. Did you hear anything? Did anyone hear anything?
I didn't hear anything, but they seemed to be sending in lights for us to see where things were hiding.
I think Neb did that. Like, I saw you pointing. Like, you pointed like that direction, right?
I thought she was pointing to what they were doing, and I just hadn't noticed it yet.
Did anyone see what that was?
That was
all?
a ghost.
Smoke monster.
A smoke monster ghost.
Call it what you will. Too much lost, and about 20 years late.
Yeah, I mean, they lose the thread about season 2, but honestly, it's.
I mean, that wasn't a
basically the
polar
same.
bear. That was like an actual ghost.
Right. I would have been more surprised to see a polar bear, to be honest.
While we are talking about this, I'd
Yes.
like to walk over to the bed
Yes.
and sort of search under the mattress.
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
That's where
Give
I'd hide
me-
my journal or
Yeah. Investigation check, please.
While she's doing that, are there ways to call the stat, like phones on the wall, or like are there bells to ring?
Remember, there were bells in your room. If you do see a bell on the wall in this room, and a little,
Well,
a little pull tab, thing.
While Maeve is doing that, Silas
Yeah.
is just gonna
Gonna go
start-
pull that. All right, as you pull the cord, it rings a little bell in this room, but you also see that the cord continues off through a little hole in the corner up at the top of the room, and that moves a little bit as you pull this cord. All right, Maeve, what was your result?
dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So you just sort of lift the old, bed covers, and they're quite luxurious. They have that little sort of musty smell of having been there for a while, and you sort of put your fingers underneath the mattress, searching left and right. It's sort of dusty in there, and feels sort of you feel the old sort of hard, rusty springs
They
underneath.
didn't have Tempur-Pedic yet.
No, they did not have Tempur-Pedic yet. But in this one, you don't find anything sort of hidden underneath the mattress. No.
Interesting. What else is around there?
So there's the bedside tables, there's the vanity, there's the closet, there's the bathroom area. Not much else. Little
The
table and
towels are
chair.
already spoken for.
Yes, he already took the towels.
Understood. I'll look at the bookshelf. You can tell a lot about a person by what they read.
Huh. So yeah, as you begin to just generally glance over it, it's mostly fiction, like really like interesting, the great sort of novels of the last few centuries. A lot of them look like they've been read through dozens and dozens of times. They're just well-loved books. And then there's a couple of kind of again, sort of those old-fashioned ladies helpers kind
Bodice
of books.
rippers.
Yes. Well, no, I'm more along the lines of like, how to hem a skirt, how to, things that a lady of the first half of the 20th
Understood.
century might have found useful.
Is there anything that seems out of place at all on the
Give me
shelf?
an investigation check, please.
15.
Find a book on engineering.
Huh.
Seems really oddly out of place.
I'd like to take a look at that book.
Yeah, you
It's
pull that
awesome.
out, and as you begin to kind of flip through it, a folded piece of paper falls out of the center of that book.
I will take that.
Would you
please,
take it up and
take a look
open
at
it up? It is a building proposal, presumably for the train. Josh, would you please bring up our building proposal? So we can put it, make sure our friends, our players can see it as well. It'll be in Twitter. Okay, great. I can also, I have it here. I can read to you. So the train, this is a proposal. It is from Steam and Surger Specialty Builders. The project is outfitting of 2 rail cars for use as primary residence. The work proposed talks about the first car having staff quarters to house 4, not to include the engineer and fireman in the caboose, galley and dining room and lounge. The second car for a lady suite, a master suite, a toilet, an office, and a parlor. And some special considerations: extra fireproofing, cold weather control, safe installation, silver plating installed beneath parlor floor. The cost is for payment accepted in the form of $30,000 in cash and 25% shares in Corbin Steel, projected to be completed in fall 1933 and signed by Julian Corbin.
Steam and Surger. Have we heard anything about Steam and Surger before?
You have not, no.
I don't want to pull up goggles.
As you pull out your phone, you have no service and no Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Interesting.
And the train is still stopped, yeah?
The train is still stopped, yes.
Maybe we should make sure everyone's okay at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get jackets and
I pulled
gloves
the
and
bell,
stuff.
but
and-
nobody's come yet.
Well, they might be stuck somewhere.
Yeah, we don't know
like
if there
we
was
were.
It's true.
There may be other smoke monsters, so we need to be prepared.
Well, we've defeated one, and so if your video game knowledge is accurate, the next couple that we attack will know their weak spots and be able to
Right.
attack their glowing points for maximum
Probably
damage.
on a pattern.
That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go search the desk for hidden drawers or the nightstand
Okay.
table for hidden
Just
drawers. If you're
for
talking
hidden-
about video games, it seems likely.
Yeah. Where would you like to start? The bedstand or the desk or the
Let's
vanity?
start with bedstand because I'm closest
bedstand.
to that.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check of that.
I'm gonna gently pat Maeve on the shoulder and say, I think you're gonna do a great job. I'm gonna go get my coat and my gloves while you do that. And she's putting her rock back into her pocket as she gives you a little bit of support.
Great.
M-
You are
Miss
And I'll be
Robin.
getting the axe.
So is that?
Yes,
am I
Fairuza's
adding,
getting her axe.
am
So,
I adding a D4 to that?
D4.
That's what you're saying?
So Neb is going to go to her room and collect her things. Fairuza is going to go to her room and collect her things. Silas and Robin, what would you like to do while Maeve
So,
is
real quick, just to remind
Yeah.
Maeve, you also have been inspired.
That's right.
With a
Yes,
D6.
and I have that in waiting.
marked?
Okay. I just want to make sure. And then
Thank
Silas says, Miss Robin, you said you were psychic, and listen, like, I did not believe you 5 minutes ago, but like now, like, anything really goes, and it's amazing. And I could swear that there have been times in my life when I just really, it's almost like I let my mind drift, and then like, kind of like in a video game, we keep talking about that, but it's like, when like the indicator comes up on the mini map and it's like kind of pointing you in a direction, like, so I don't know if it feels like that for you, but Silas, over the next 10 minutes or so, is going to just really concentrate really hard, and for whatever reason he feels like someone like Miss Robin might kind of be down with this same kind of thing, and again, over the years have been able to detect when things are just really special around him.
Gotcha. So you're gonna sit down in room A for
That
10
is
minutes.
correct. I'm not, to be clear,
Yes.
I am not going to sit down in room A. I am going to stand in the doorway of room A, and I am going to look really hardly and intently.
Got you. No sitting. Yes, Robin.
While he's telling the story,
Yes.
as he said, about 5 minutes ago, I didn't believe you were a psychic. Robin just rolls in. She's like, until 5 minutes ago, I didn't believe it either.
Miss Robin, you are a hoot.
Robin, do you want to stick around or do you want to go do something?
Do I need to? I wasn't exactly sure what Silas was doing, but if I don't need
Si-
to be here, I'm gonna.
You don't need to. Silas is essentially casting some sort of he's doing a ritual meditation of some kind, hoping to glance things that were before unseen.
Got it. Yeah, Robin is gonna go to her room and woo. I guess if we're gonna keep going,
As she examines her bruises and cuts and the glass that she's, or the ice that she's still kicking out of her cheek.
Yes, Robin does have some pain relief rub and and some Neosporin.
Okay.
And then she's going to make sure she's brush off her robe, which she is still going to keep on, her big fluffy robe. It's
Fantastic.
and she's going to put on her yellow rain boots instead of her slippers.
Okay, great. So are you looking to actually do some medicinal healing for yourself in there?
Yes.
Just medicinal, not
Yeah.
anything special. Great. Give me a medicine check for yourself.
Oh, great. That's an 8. 8.
Oh
out of it.
boy, unfortunately, you're able to sort of, rub some things on, but you're cold, everything's a
Yeah,
little shaky.
shaking.
You're unable to actually give yourself any actual healing.
Okay.
You're not just all of your old days of first aid training are sort of
All,
failing you.
all that matters is that she's gotten her yellow rain boots.
Okay,
And
got your
she's
yellow
going
rain boots.
to reach into her trunk and she's going to pull out just a small framed picture and she's going to give it a kiss. And she says, "Oh, Harold, if you could see me now." And then she puts it back and joins the others.
Maeve, what was your roll for the bedside table?
It was 23.
23. So there's a lot of stuff in this bedside table. Indeed, there is a bodice ripper, sort of romance novel there. Again, very old, one of those old sort of serials that has little pictures in it and things, and well loved. Next to it, there's a little notebook with a pen, mostly little fictional short stories someone has been writing. They're, usually, they're a little bit sort of magical in nature. Someone's been kind of writing their own fairy tales. A lot of them are unfinished. Maybe it's a dream journal. You're not sure. It's a lot of kind of weird stuff going on in there. But that is sort of all of import, other than like little vanity items and lipsticks and things that you find in there. And then you want to do the vanity as
And
well.
then I'll check the vanity as well.
One more investigation check, please.
I'll go ahead and use the inspiration on this one. So that makes it dirty 20, which makes it another 23.
Okay, another 23. As you're going through, you find a stack of love letters. These are all to Ivy from Julian. He is very, for a man who's been described as a recluse, you can see it in his writing. He's straightforward. They're not flowery language, but he's very clear and plain about how much he loves her and how much he wants to take care of her and protect her. And they've just been tied up with a little red ribbon and kept in her vanity.
Okay. I want to make sure everything is protected.
Okay.
So I might take it just to keep it safe.
Great. And because you were over there, because I didn't have it last time, I did make the mirror image. So if you want to pull that up for them, Josh, for everyone at home as well as our players, just so you can get a sense of what you saw and now really can get a good look at.
Oh, you can see like the map of everything into it. That's cool.
So etched into the wood behind, you see sort of symbols that remind you of the train route map, and this one shard of glass that previously still said problems.
Now it just says help.
Now it just says, it says yes, and that was all. But yes, that is essentially what you see in that space. As you all are gathering your materials, and Silas, you are still standing in that door. Silas, while you're focusing all of your attention, so you can't quite take your eyes and notice this. However, you feel the rush of something, and you hear footsteps run past you. The rest of you also hear these footprints run past your doors.
I'm in the process of putting my coat on, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Did
Poke my
anyone
head
see
back
that?
Looking.
As you look out into the hallway, you see vague, sort of transparent, shimmering shape, almost like a TV out of frequency. It sort of comes and goes. It is a woman with a bright pink short bob. As she sort of tries to look in the rooms, and you very, very distantly far away hear, "Where'd they go?
Are you a smoke monster?
Hello? Hey, Nab?
Is it-
Robin? Oh no!"
Auggie?
It turns and runs the other direction, leaving the car. It does not respond to you, Neb.
And we all saw it.
You all,
And we all understood the words.
you understood the words. She was speaking English. It was just very, very far, faint away. You had to really like focus in on it.
Did you all hear that? That sounded like Auggie.
It did. It kind of ran off the train somewhere.
Oh.
Fairuza steps out holding her axe.
Forget it.
Oh my.
Lauren is
We-
laughing, but Neb is going to
Yes.
say, I really appreciate that you have that, and I really am going to get one of my own as soon as possible. That's super cool.
Robin's gonna look into the reflection of
Yes.
the windows at herself.
Yes. You see yourself.
Do you ever believe in crossing into different planes of existence?
So wait a minute. I mean, that was Auggie full on Cortana mode. Like not like the show, but like the video game, or the show doesn't even do Cortana right. But anyway, so it was like she was a hologram or something, right?
But
Did
maybe
I see that right?
I'm over here looking at the vanity, so I have no clue what you're talking about. I heard something out there, but
Yeah, so Maeve, like Augie came by and said, "Oh, don't you know? Like, where is everybody?" And then like just
why
kept,
didn't you tell her
kept
we were
running.
here?
Well, because she didn't look like herself. She looked like a hologram or something.
it looked like she was a ghost, but what if we're the ghost?
What? That is
No,
some
no, that'd be
sixth
kind of-
sense stuff
We
right
just
there.
walked through a ring, did we? There wasn't a ring in the ground, mushrooms or anything like that.
I mean, just think about it.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Exactly.
Haven't you heard of a fairy ring? Honestly, what do they teach you children when you grow up in this country?
Algebra
Some of the
mostly.
games, but
I haven't seen any on the train, although I wouldn't discount seeing anything like that here after everything. I'm going to look out the window, but not at the reflection.
Gotcha.
I want to look outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just taking a look. I'm kind of looking for a fairy ring, but also
Okay.
just kind of look at the where we are.
Perception check, please.
Okay.
Silas, as this
Yes.
is going on, is
You're
going to
almost done,
walk
Silas.
outside.
Well, are you gonna? You can't until you're done with your.
Oh,
turn
okay.
ritual.
So
If you're still
Uh,
doing that, you're not quite
if I'm
done.
still
Look at-
doing
Robin-
that,
Gotcha. Yeah. look at-
Robin was already looking at the window, so she's
Uh-huh.
also going to be looking.
also
at
gonna
it.
do that as well. Do you want to help?
So I will help.
Okay, so we can add your wisdom score
+2.
or your wisdom modifier.
That gives me a 21.
21. All right, fantastic. Let me just see. You are, yeah, your strength score is still reduced, Robin. Okay, I'm just gonna I have to make a note for myself. Okay. For the moment. A 21, you said?
Mhm.
So it looks the same, like the general landscape is still unchanged. You know, it's the trees, the bank of snow. And as you look out, the only thing you notice now that's particularly different is deep in the darkness of the woods beside, you see eye shine every once in a while. Things deep in the darkness that glance and then disappear. You can't make out any specifics yet of what these creatures are. They could be anything. This is the woods. But things do glance out of the darkness from time to time.
Do I at least get the idea of a height? Are we talking wolf on all fours, deer,
You
moose?
see some things right down close. You see things that are kind of in the mid-range. Every once in a while, you catch something up in the trees. You know, it's kind of intermittent here and there. Sometimes it'll go 30 seconds, you'll see nothing.
I think there's a lot of I guess, animals outside. I mean, they're probably checking out why the train stopped.
And again, I'm so worried about the others. That train came to quite a halt. I hope we didn't hit anything.
Yeah,
Maybe we should try to detrain, like as in get off the train. Well, we're just standing in the
We have to
hallway.
check for the others.
Yeah, I want to check for the others first, but we may have to get off, especially if this train is. Do trains explode? Do trains? I don't know anything about
Do they
trains.
crash?
It crashes, but like then in movies, the cars and stuff just explode.
Everything
I know that's-
explodes in movies.
they don't-
I know that's not how it really works, but I know nothing about trains.
But at the same
Uh,
time, they don't stop unless something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe something's on the track. Maybe like stuck on something on the track, and maybe they're troubleshooting now. Maybe we should look outside and see what's going on the track.
We
So
should move
Silas, as you are sort of finally focused in fully on this, as you kind of bring your eyes back up, you can see there is a glow emanating from around the window directly opposite this door. As you look back, all of the shattered pieces of door on the floor that are now kind of starting to melt, almost as if they themselves were made of ice, but they have a faint glow about them. The mirror itself on the wall, also the shattered mirror on the wall, has a glow. Some of it has a feeling of sort of protective energy to it. Others have a feeling of sort of bamboozlement, as if it was trying to fool you. And others have even more powerful, something that would change the state of time, life, objects.
Specifically, the mirror.
Yes.
Is that protective or bamboozlement?
This is the one that seems to be almost, it gives you almost like an alchemical sense, this idea of turning lead to gold, water to wine, things that could have sort of a transient here, there, not there.
Silas is going to take really close cropped photos with his phone of all of those things in the room.
Fantastic.
And then at this point, he's going to say, hey, we should go check outside. Like, I've been up on top of the roof of this thing, and with it stopped, it would be a lot easier. And I also need to recover my hoodie. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do that.
Okay.
Anybody else want to see?
I want to get to the front of the train, honestly.
I'm actually curious. Looking at this manifest here, there's a few things that don't make sense based on what we've seen so far. Why would anyone want to line the floor with silver and then cover it up with a carpet? I mean, if
Well,
you're going to do
we're
a show
trying-
of wealth like that.
Trying to protect it from fire? I don't know.
Oh, no, they
Protect
have
it from
fire protection
werewolves.
already in there. But the only thing I can think
Yeah,
is, that,
silver and werewolves.
well,
Do
it's
werewolves
originally
usually
silver and
run?
fairies.
Watch the movie.
Yeah, but
Silver, iron, and fairies, perhaps.
Heard that too. Yeah.
Werewolves.
Fairuza's having a hard night.
I'm not sure what's going on. It could be the film crew. It could be all sorts of things. But
This is not a film crew. This is real.
it could be.
And
I
this is
thought for a
awesome.
minute it could be an escape room until I got shot by the door. Now I'm
Very
thinking,
immersive.
Truly immersive.
Yes.
It
escape
is.
room.
It is. They did have you sign waivers.
So we haven't
Kinda
seen
like
the
it.
staff quarters. So
You
we
have
don't
not,
know if
no.
that's accurate. But we have seen the lounge. We have seen the dining room and the galley. Have we seen any of these things?
We haven't.
Yeah, I mean, let's go see if everybody's okay, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my hoodie.
Yeah, grab your stuff and then
So you're grabbing your
follow
things, and the five
Yeah.
of you together
Yeah.
are planning on exiting the train, or at least going forward
at least.
towards the front of the train.
So where we are, we're car number
Alright.
which?
So you are. Here we go. Yes, you are towards the, closer to the front of the train. So if you wanted, you would go backwards to the dining car,
Okay,
which is
okay.
where, you saw the authorized personnel only access. Going forward would get you to baggage the tender, and the engine.
Do we want to start by going forward and see if the people who run the train are okay, and maybe
Yeah.
look outside without going outside if there's something in
Yes.
front, and then we can.
Yeah, maybe get some answers.
Yeah, if they're dead, that would stop the train too.
Yes. Fair.
So you're going to go forwards towards
Yes,
the baggage,
towards it,
the
yeah.
tender, and the engine first.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Alright.
grab my coat and things from my room.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are bundling up against the cold, because you are definitely feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will also grab. I've got my side satchel.
Yes.
I'm gonna take out the laptop because I'm pretty sure that's gonna be unhelpful here, but I'm gonna keep everything else that's in it.
Okay.
But I'll have in the coat, and I'm gonna very carefully put gloves on over my burnt hands
Gotcha.
and try to just bundle up a little bit more, and then
All right.
follow.
Remembering also that it's about 3 a.m. in the morning, so it is very, very cold, and there is a moon out, so there's some light outside you can see by, but it is dark and cold and very, very quiet as you step out of this train. Immediately, go ahead. Yes,
Real quick.
Silas.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure of this because I think it's going to be important later.
Yes.
As Silas is gathering up his things in the backpack, I feel like he would probably check for any missing material. It's fine if that is a check to see if anything is missing.
Yeah, give me a perception, as if you're just because you're just gathering your things
Right.
pretty quick. So we'll see how quickly you notice.
19.
19. You notice that a cosmetics case is missing.
Okay.
One
I
of
just
your-
for right now, I just mentally note that.
Okay.
And then I do want to be clear that Silas pulls a backup hoodie out and puts that
Gotcha.
on, and then because he has about 3 of those,
Mhm.
and then he does take the basketball out of the case,
Okay.
and as he starts walking, he's like spinning it on his finger and dribbling it occasionally, but he's going to go forward with that.
Gotcha. All right.
Awesome.
And
Is
I've-
there? Oh,
Yes,
go ahead.
Maeve.
I've reached into that bag to pull out. I've got a little bottle of ibuprofen. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen as I walk
Give me a
out.
medicine check, please.
Because, ow.
Neb's got a little limp. You
Yeah.
can start
I
to see a real welt, like a little goose egg forming up on her forehead.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10. 2 points.
Hey, I'll
I
take
was-
them.
Going to ask are
Yeah,
we
Maeve.
taking enough time to get a short rest in?
That's an hour.
Mm.
Do you want
I'd
to
love
stop
one
and lie down
If
for
we
an hour?
can do that, but
Yeah.
it's up to the rest of you.
I kind
Pardon
of want
me?
to see where we stand first, and then
Yeah.
make the rest.
Maybe we check on
good
everyone
idea.
and then
Yeah, I don't want to wait too long.
to see what's
I mean,
going
I
on
could
with
eat
everyone.
too. Like, not gonna lie.
Okay. So if I'm understanding, the plan is to go forward, check on the others, see if there's anything going on with the engine or the tracks, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Perhaps go back and see the crew quarters, and then find a place somewhere secure where you all can take an hour to feel better.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I'll
Yeah, something
preemptively
like that. Yeah.
Now,
May I-
Silas was already short rested. I don't fully remember all of my rules. Can you short rest twice? Twice?
You
in a
can
tur-
short
okay,
rest.
you
It's player choice on short rest usually, and DM choice on long rest
can. Okay.
opportunities.
Okay. I'll allow 2 short
Time.
rests.
Time
Um,
You just have a limited number of hit dice. So during the short rest,
Sure.
Silas has
Yeah.
always been his hit die. So.
Sure. Okay. But there are features and things that come back on short
Right,
rests, and I don't think you should get like unlimited number
Yeah.
of those. kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
So we'll say we'll give you 2 short rests per
Gosh.
24 per long rest or something like that.
But we are not resting yet, right?
not resting yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna go check things out first. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Agreed.
Oh, being a level 1.
Oh,
Oh,
being a level one.
God.
This is gonna
When
be
do we get to
this is
nap?
gonna be a thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
Robin
listen,
needs
nap
a nap.
Every time
Maeve
someone's
too.
like, "Oh, I didn't give you that many hit points back," and I look and I'm like, "Well, that just doubled my hit points." So yeah, no, you're great.
Awesome.
I feel twice as good as I did a moment ago.
Amazing.
Just
That's the value of being squishy.
anticipating,
Yes.
there was that book about train engines, correct? I
What
would
was
like to take
engineering in general?
Wasn't there one though in the dining car too?
In the dining car, yes, there were
Okay.
a number of books about how trains work and things like that.
Okay. I'm gonna take the one that we have, and
Yep.
I think the only book I took from the dining car
The
was
ciphers.
the and Ciphers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, again,
that's
they're
fine.
both dense books, so it's the kind of thing where, in the lack of Goggle, it's a place where if you have a specific question about one of those types of things, rather than going through and telling you what's in it, it will help you find answers to things like
Just
that.
thinking, in case there is something with the engine and there is no one to help us, it might be a good thing to. It might be. God, I think having it prepared just on standby, so we save ourselves a trip if we can.
All right, so you grab that book as well. All right, as you open the door and step outside, despite having all of your warm winter clothes wrapped around you, it bites at your cheeks. Fairuza, you're mostly okay, but the rest of you just feel immediately that drying sensation as it freezes the outer layer of the moisture in your skin. As you
My
step
nipples could cut
outside,
glass.
you see
No,
your
we
breath.
haven't.
Much more information than I needed.
Yeah, I know we've been through a couple of really intense moments here, Silas, and I do consider you a friend, even though we've only known each other a couple of hours.
Oh, hey.
I think that's still a bit much.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it was just a show quote, so sorry.
Which
Most
show?
of the things I say, well,
I
it
don't
was
think
like
we want to know.
show
Okay.
about. Well, no, it was a show about like all these friends that basically they didn't have real jobs or anything. They just sat around on couches all day down in the lounge.
Oh, like
They were there
most,
for each other.
That's unrealistic.
yeah, like most frivolous sitcoms, that kind of.
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Okay, all right.
Fantastic. So yes, out in the cold as Silas, explains his joke to the rest of you. You all, sort of wrap around closer. Yes, Fairuza, was that something you want to say?
No, I was just
Okay.
gesturing like, what? towards Silas.
People almost died.
Man.
The baggage car in front of you, there is a door that enters into that baggage car, but you can see very clearly there's a strong padlock on it in front of you. There are, you could climb over the side and get down to the side of the train below you. There are no sort of steps here, but you could climb over the edge. And of course, there are the ladders that lead to the top of the train.
Well, do we want to go down or up?
Well, Silas does have experience climbing trains. Maybe he wants to explain how he did that before.
Super easy to climb up when it's not moving. Trust me.
I can imagine.
Well, I'm gonna go down.
We also have an axe.
I think I'm with Robin on this.
Hey, I think I'm with Robin too, if only because it'll be easier to look in the engine and see if the people in there are okay from the ground, I think.
No argument for me.
Is there not a door just to go between the trains?
There is, but there's a heavy padlock on it.
Oh,
into,
I'm
into
sorry.
the baggage
Might
car.
I give that
You want to try to
a
crack
try?
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take out your
Take
Allen
out
wrench
my
multi-tool.
multi-tool. And maybe a bobby pin from my hair. and
Yeah.
Start fiddling.
Start working on that padlock. So it's a padlock that has a key entrance on the side of it, real heavy, like a bike lock, but this is like steel and a good strong sort of key that fits in there. So yes, you can attempt. Please give me a thieves tools check.
It's a 50, so it's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So yeah, you bend down and you see, I don't know if you like bite your tongue or something like that. A real like concentration
Yeah.
face kind of comes out, and you can see she quite quickly and easily, using the one side of the Allen wrench, and then the bobby pin pops the top out of the side of that little keyhole, and is able to get everything in there and kind of manually spin the dials until they all line
Nice.
up and can slide the whole mechanism
These
apart.
older locks, they tend to be fairly simple. You can watch tutorials about them now.
Yep, and you basically
Wow.
disassemble this lock, placing the pieces on the floor beneath you. This is a sliding door, and now that you've released the latch, you could slide it to the side.
Well,
Well,
never
that's
mind.
much easier. Let's go that
Mhm.
way.
Yeah.
Can we give it a knock first? See
You
if
give it a
anyone
knock.
answers. Hello?
No one responds.
Why would they lock them in?
That's a very good
Yeah, they were
question.
locked in.
Oh, wait, which car is this?
It's the baggage car.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
Ours was
sorry.
locked up.
So,
Okay, that
yeah,
makes
they
sense.
just want to
Okay.
keep our thing
Yeah.
protected, probably.
No,
Is
I
there
thought
a-
it was. I thought we were at the the engine car. And
No.
was
Well, but
wondering
that's
why
a
they'd locked.
no, that's a good point though. Is this the only way to get to the engine is through the baggage car? Because if that is, then you're still right. They were locked in.
Huh.
I'll take a quick look to the sides. Like, is there any way to get past this without going through the door?
Wait,
I
is
mean-
this like a magic train too? And it's just like driving without anybody up there?
Maybe that would be amazing. We should go take a look for sure.
And Robin's gonna open the door and start walking through.
Robin
She's excited.
slides the door to the
Little
side.
Miss Robin.
As you
And
step
then
in,
Silas follows.
it's dark in there. Silent Silas goes close behind you. It's dark in there. There are
Keychain, flashlight.
shelves that are lined up. You can see that in this particular space, there's a lot of gear. So there's, skeins and skeins of rope, climbing equipment, harnesses, things that you're going to use, if you were to rappel down a mountain. You see lots of different provisions and supplies. You see tents, you see sleeping bags, all sort of manner of sort of adventuring gear and, zip line equipment, things like that.
Is there first aid kits?
There are first aid kits.
Robin's
there
gonna
are
take one.
meals ready to eat, MREs sitting, wrapped in
Silas
tinfoil.
takes one, breaks it
Yeah.
open immediately, just
Okay.
as he's walking.
Yeah.
Silas, it's freeze dried, like you get at the science museum.
It's not too bad.
It probably
hamburger helper, but
supposed
like
to
for,
add.
like,
You're probably
freeze-dried.
supposed to add some boiling water to it here and there, but you can also just chomp on it.
Does anybody have to pee?
No.
Bad joke,
Not
sorry.
yet.
As you're walking through, you can see that there is some luggage. None of it is yours. Your luggage is in your rooms, but there's a big sliding door that goes off to the side. This one also has a large padlock on it, or when you jingle it, you can feel it's been padlocked. And then there's a door on the other side. But these are, sorry, not the far side, on the sides, the long sides of this
Okay.
door. So there's an entrance, a door coming from your sleeper car, and 2 doors on the side. There is no door, however, at the far end of this car.
Robin is going to, while they examine, she's going to sit back and she's going to sit on one of the trunks of gear,
Okay.
and she's going to apply any more of the first aid kit to.
Fantastic. Medicine check, please.
Okay. Come on. 14.
3.
All right. Perfect. Awesome.
Do both doors appear to be locked?
Yes, they're both padlocked.
Both from the outside?
Inside,
Oh, from the inside.
from the inside.
So this, we're in a more narrow space than the width of the train car.
Because of the equipment, right? So the baggage car itself is the width of the train, but there are these sort of deep shelves that are, housing all of these things. So the kind of corridor, it's basically a big closet. Really, it's a big full train car with shelving, 2 side doors so you can get access from the side.
Well, that answers that question. They were not locked in because they don't come this way. They must just leave the engine just by getting off the train.
Fair.
Still, it's good
Maeve.
to know that all of this is here in case, I don't know, in case of what? I guess we're not going to the mining company and doing that whole excursion anymore.
I'm sure they're going to get the train back started.
Do we want to see
Yes.
what's in the 2 side rooms, perhaps?
Yeah. Why don't you try it again? You've got the hot hand.
So they lead outside. So
They-
they're
So they would lock the doors from the inside that would lead to the outside.
from on the side.
So you could only get in from the back.
So
So you can only get in from the corridor between cars unless you were already in it and you were loading or unloading
Okay.
the luggage. So yes, so the
Oh,
side
okay.
sliding doors are for loading. And in fact, I'll even offer, you see a ramp that could be, shoved off on either side. So that the side doors are specifically for loading the train. For access to the baggage car, once the train is moving, they only have that one door
Gotcha.
that is locked from the outside.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
So
Yeah.
then we need to go back and go off of the car train to get to the engine.
Got to get onto the roof.
That is an option. Yes.
An option where the hoodie is tied to a rail. hopefully.
But that's
Is an option.
A
we
backup
should do that on the way back though, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
behind us. Forward, yeah.
is the engine.
I have
Forward's
other
the engine.
hoodies. And you see Silas kind of like go to tip his hat to Neb, and he,
Oh.
yeah, I've got other hoodies.
Hoodies are good. I think.
Comfy and cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go trudge through some snow.
Oh, before we go, can Fairuza sort of like with all of this, with everyone's looking around and stuff, she's gonna walk over to where she sees Robin putting like stuff on her face.
Yes.
And she's just gonna sort of like awkwardly bend over like near Robin and say, "You have any more of that?" And she points to some of the cuts that were like on the side of her face.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Here, let me help you.
Medicine
like,
check,
let's-
please, Robin.
Can she help as she?
Do you want to help her? You'll do it together. Okay, so we
Yeah.
can do a medicine check and add her wisdom. Add
Okay.
Fairuza's
Oh,
wisdom
cool.
modifier.
Okay, so that is. Oh, I got a natural 20 for it.
Yay!
Because I got a 6, 7. So I needed your help.
Let's roll a higher die for this. Let's see how lucky you are. 5. 5 healing for Fairuza.
Yay! Perfect. Thank you. But before while she's putting it on, Fairuza just sort of says to Robin, like, I know you've been everywhere. I've heard some of the careers that you've had. It's kind of interesting. Do you have any relatives on the East Coast, like in Maine, perhaps, or anywhere like that? Anything?
I don't. Why do you ask?
Just something. I mean, yeah, you have a really common last name. Sort of. They just sort of. Never mind. Let's just get this stuff going, I guess. I like your hair.
I like yours. We're twinsies.
Long story. And Fairuza sort of stands up and says, "Thanks for the Band-Aids, I guess." Sort of.
Anytime.
Yeah. And she picks up her messenger bag, and you see the head of the axe sort of hanging out the side, and walks toward like the door, because I guess they're going out the door. Okay.
You're gonna go. Well, you'll go back out. Unless you're gonna open the side doors, coming back in between the cars.
Yes.
At which point you can go up or down to exit, get off of the train, essentially.
Neb, before we leave, is there any way that you can help me out just real quick?
Yeah, what do you need?
The train dangling, and that last little escapade, I kind of tweaked my ankle just a little bit, and I could try to tie this bandage around it, but it's just going to be easier with a second person.
Sure, if you'll tell me what to do.
Listen, I clip my toenails, socks are clean, all of those things. I promise.
I mean, I know I joked earlier about the whole the joke that we didn't need to hear, but after everything we've been through, I think a stubbed toe is not going to bother me. But you're going to have to tell me what to do, because I've never
Yeah, that's
wrapped
fine.
an ankle before.
I used to play some hoops, and so yeah, like what you're going to do is you're going to take this. They used to call it like an ace bandage or something, but I don't know what they call them today. But you're going to wrap around the top, then you're going to go around the bottom, and you're just basically going to keep going in a figure 8 there. And I'm like taking off my shoe and trying to do this because Silas is a little dinged up as well.
Let's do a medicine check, and we'll add Neb's wisdom bonus.
So +3.
This is interesting. All right. So, +3 means that well, wait, -1. So, so that's 17.
That's a 17. Okay, yeah, fantastic. I don't know why I keep putting this dice away. I should just keep it up. 1.
Oh.
Thanks very much. I mean, it's kind of like when MJ broke a bone in his foot in his second season. It's like, he could have played, but honestly, it wouldn't have been a good idea for the future of his career. And I feel like I got a lot of good years left in me. So just trying to get as prepared as I can be.
Sure. I've got a little bit of ibuprofen if you need. And as Neb reaches into her bag, she's going to wince and then stand up and say, "You wouldn't happen to have another one of those ace bandages, do you? I hit the back of the train car really hard, and Maeve helped a lot, but it's starting to really
Well,
ache.
well, no, but listen, like I have been told that I have way too many T-shirts, and
Oh, I don't
so
want to
yeah.
ruin one of your
Well, no,
T-shirts.
seriously, I have hundreds, like hundreds of these things, and this one here that I packed was just for like the dirty days, like when we were supposed to be, down in like weird places, and so we can rip this up and I can tie it off. If I'm doing it on you, I can probably do it a little tighter. Should be okay.
Okay. So we'll do another medicine check. This time, I guess it's still you rolling if you're doing it, Silas. So you roll, but Neb, you want to try to help him?
As we're ripping up the strips, I'm going to help rip up the strips a little slowly, and then at
Gotcha.
one point reach back into my pocket and say, really appreciate you helping me with this, because I really don't know that much, but you seem to be pretty knowledgeable about a lot of things, and I'm gonna offer a little support back to him.
Okay.
And then help him wrap my ribs.
Fantastic. So adding a D4?
Yeah, D4, and
Okay.
then if my wisdom bonus still
And your
applies,
wisdom
plus 3.
bonus. Sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. So then, that's not bad. Let's see. So, oh yeah, with oh wait, D4, not D6. Sorry. That's going to be 18.
18. 1 point, Neb.
No.
Once again, I'll take it. Oh,
The
yeah,
dice tower does not like a D4.
yeah. That feels a lot better. Thank you. It's a little easier to breathe.
That's good. You got to watch the rib might be bruised or hopefully it's not broken.
I hope not. I've never actually broken a bone before. What do you do when that happens?
Well, like Michael Jordan, he had to sit out several games. They had to put it in, a kind of a cast to make sure. But I don't think they do that for ribs. For
There's not
ribs,
much
they
you
pretty
do
much
for ribs.
are just like you just got to kind of tough it out. But I think you can do it, Neb. Like you have metal. I have seen many people in the past who talk big and act small, but you might be a little small, but you act big. And I am really impressed.
Well, we've all worked together really well, and this is the first time I've been so excited about something. It's been scary and painful, but I can't seem to stop myself from looking, so...
Kind of makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think we should be careful on the top of the train, though. But
Oh,
I think
yeah.
this time,
That's
now
easy.
that the train stopped, I'll follow you up.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
So Silas and Neb are going to go up.
I'll be
Maeve
going up too.
and Fairuza's going to go up. Maeve and Robin, do you want to go up or do you want to go down?
I'm gonna go down.
I'll
Robin's going to go
stick
down.
with Robin then.
Okay.
I don't want her going off alone.
Fantastic.
Good
So,
idea.
with the train stopped, this is indeed a little bit easier than when Silas did it before. However, Neb, Silas, and Fairuza, I do need dexterity or strength checks, depending. We could do athletics or acrobatics, depending on how you want to climb this ladder to the top.
Silas this time
Yes.
would like to pull the paracord
Yes.
out of his bag. And once he's going to go first and try to get over first and tie off
Okay.
just a line that they
Gotcha.
can kind of steady
Okay.
themselves
So
with.
you're going to do probably either your acrobatics or your athletics to climb up this thing. And if you can successfully tie it, you'll give advantage to the others.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So athletics, that is going to be a 16.
Okay. As you reach out, grab on and just kind of hoist your body over the top of this railing and get your feet on the ladder. Again, you can feel the cold, but now that you can pull your hoodie down over your hands, it doesn't quite sting you so badly. As you pull yourself up, being careful not to slip, you're seeing, icicles hanging on the overhangs of all of the roof pieces here as you then hoist, pulling yourself up on top of the train. I would like to do a survival check for you to tie off your rope.
Could I propose sleight of hand for not tying? It's fine. It's survival.
No.
All right.
Slip knot
see.
maybe, but you're not trying to do it.
It's a different kind of knot.
Different kind of knot.
That is not going to be very good. So
Okay.
that is a 9.
So as you're trying to tie off this rope, it's slippery. Your hands are still pretty frozen. You're not very confident in this rope. You don't think you're going to be able to do a better job. Everything's just a little too slippery and cold and to make it work.
So that may help a little bit, but I'm
You gonna hold
afraid
it?
it does. Yeah, I can hold it.
Okay. So we will give you advantage, but we are going to ask some strength checks from Silas as this goes.
Okay.
So Silas, you sit down, brace your legs against, whatever you can find, and hold on to the end of this cord, kind of wrapping it around your body and your hands to keep a hold on it. Who would like to go first?
Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You know what? I'm ready for this.
All right, Fairuza.
I'm going to do this.
Advantaged athletics using
right.
Silas's rope. Silas, please give me a strength check.
Can I do athletics?
Sure.
If there's anyone who's ready for this, it's you for sure.
Meanwhile, Maeve and Robin just hop over the edge and start walking along the side.
Wow, this is a nice brisk walk.
Lovely and
So easy.
refreshing.
Go ahead, Fairuza. What'd you get?
Okay, so this is athletics, you said, or strength? Strength.
This is athletics.
Oh, goody, goody.
Yeah, you can do
so
athletics.
Fairuza's never climbed anything before, but she's a strong girl. So even when she walks out to the ladder, like when she pulls on the rope, Silas, you're like, whoa. Because
Yeah,
she's like tall
feel
and
it.
really skinny, but you're like, okay.
Big
Let's see.
bump.
I get advantage, right?
You get advantage.
Okay, because that would have been a natural 1. Oh my God, I got another natural 1.
All right. Silas, what was your strength?
It was a 19.
A 19. All right,
Oh,
Silas.
it was with athletics, 19.
Oh, that's yes, with athletics. Sorry, yes, I gave that to you. So you feel Fairuza just go like pull as hard as she can. You hold onto it, but Fairuza, your hands can't quite grip this rope, and immediately it starts to slide through your fingers as you fall to the ground, taking 6 bludgeoning damage as you crash onto the ground, getting that tailbone right on the timbers that go across the track. Just radiating up your spine as you feel it kind of, Robin and Maeve, run over to you.
What was that?
Seeing you having fallen in the snow.
Yeah, let's go check
That
on
wasn't a
her.
good idea.
What happened?
Are you okay?
I fell.
Have you
I
ever
feel
climbed
like-
a ladder before?
I don't know. I've never climbed anything before. For some sort of sitting up and running back.
Something you could have told
Go
me
ahead, Neb.
before
What were
we-
you saying?
Silas, it's not the climb. It's that first step is a doozy.
It
Fairuza, do you need help back up or anything? Can I?
You could join us.
I think I'm just going to stay right here with my feet firmly planted on the ground. Thank you very much. We'll stand up and like dust herself off, like holding her back. Like, what the heck? I don't know. I just thought I'd try something different and new, but it just didn't add up right. But that's fine.
All right.
No,
Fairuza,
but
This
you-
is Adam confused about something.
Yes,
So
go ahead.
I think I assume Maeve and Robin got down with like steps or something.
They
or-
just climbed over the edge of
Okay.
over the side. It's only, they're only 5 feet up.
I thought it was much higher than that. or
No, no,
probably-
no.
But that's
Okay.
Silas would still be up.
Still want to
That's
go.
fine.
Okay,
As
we
long as
can
we're good.
retcon it if you'd like.
Yes,
But
yeah, no, that's great. I just wanted to make sure that.
yes.
So they are on the actual ground.
They
like
just sort of climbed over the edge and
Got
got
it.
down onto the
Perfect.
ground.
Okay.
Remembering that, Neb saw eye shine in the shadows of the forest, remembering that when you're not on the train, it's hard to get back on. There's lots of reasons to not be on the ground as well.
We didn't hear that though, right? We didn't get told about the eye shine.
Oh, I know. I said there's
Neb-
like animals out
Neb
in the
shared,
woods.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Or at least shared with
think-
Robin. Robin was looking, so
Yeah,
Robin
I think Maeve was inside the room.
I was
Okay.
inside the room.
Okay, so
I
Maeve may not
no,
know.
I had no reason to
You
be
had no
afraid
reason.
of
Yeah.
going out on the ground.
I'm not
It's just
gonna scare
animals.
her.
Saying there, my only point being that at this point you don't know which is the better course. There are reasons to take the ground and reasons to go above. So no one has chosen.
When there's a high road and a low road,
This is true.
we'll take the low road.
Maeve will take the low road. So Neb, what would you like to do? Are you going to jump on the ground or join Silas above?
Hey, listen, Neb, if it's too dangerous, just go back down. I'm gonna get my hoodie, and then I'm gonna join everyone.
You know what? I said I was going to join you this time, and the last time I said I was going to, and then I didn't. And I'm not going to say I would have helped at all, but I feel like I owe you at least this.
I don't know if I want you to die for it, but hey, that is really clutch. No, really clutch.
As you hold your rib in from the side and kind of put your other hand on the rope, about to make that first jump and get your legs onto that ladder. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, Neb.
Okay.
Advantaged.
That's good
athletic
because
check.
I have a -1 to this, so let's see what happens. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Something's wrong.
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Wow.
So that's a 3.
3. All
I
right.
catch you.
Silas, we don't need to do it because she doesn't. You feel her try to grab it, but as she sort of does, you as well. You guys it's freezing cold and you're wearing mittens, anything that you can. It just doesn't give you the same grip that you have. You also slide, unable to get a purchase.
Yeah, my gloves are thick, but not thick enough for the burns on my hands. And as soon as I grab the rope, I'm like, ow, and then gone.
And take 2 bludgeoning. Are you still awake?
Oh, yeah.
Neb?
Okay, still awake. We had some good stuff.
Thankfully, a bunch of people offered me healing. So
Great. And Fairuza was still there. Fairuza, maybe put a hand out so that you twisted an ankle as you fell and hit the ground. Feel that ankle go to the side.
Listen, maybe that was a mistake. I will not ask anybody to climb up anywhere with me ever again. I am so sorry.
We're
It's
just
not-
gonna stay here.
it's not your fault. I just am not really a running, jumping, climbing trees kind of gal. So, yeah, maybe I should just be down here.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
fine.
Silas.
I'll be down in just a second. I'm gonna just try to see if my hoodie is still here.
Okay, so you're going. Oh, I see. You're going to go search for the lost hoodie up here.
The one that I tied off onto the rope.
I see. Okay,
I
got
did
you.
tie it pretty well. I do.
So
just
you're
wanna kinda
going.
throw that
You're
out there.
going backwards just a little bit. That's okay. I had you going up on top of the baggage car. But
Oh, yeah, no,
you're
sorry.
going up on top of the other. No worries. So Silas, you're going to head back towards your hoodie. You do indeed still see it tied there to the side as you can begin to kind of, take it back. The 4 of you, as he does that, sort of, make your way forward as you had planned to try to see what was going on ahead. You walk along the side of the baggage car. You come to the tender. Now, the tender is where the wood and the water tank is sort of stored in order to kind of have your supplies to keep an engine, a steam locomotive running. As you go past this, coming up towards the steam engine at the front, and it is huge. There are, little sort of stairs on the side, but they're basically just a little ladder that you would pull yourself up and climb up into the cabin. And up there, you can see some flickers, indistinct sort of images that pop in and out of what you think are people.
Does this remind me of how Auggie looked?
It does seem to be a similar effect to Auggie.
I don't know how much you saw. That's exactly what Auggie looked like when she went running past and didn't seem to notice us. Like they're ghosts or we're ghosts.
Did they at least look okay?
Do they?
It's hard to tell. This is like trying to watch something through static. You're not getting any details. You're just, basically getting little flashes. And Robin, every once in a while, you just hear a little something of, wait, where? Little clipped, voices and sounds, again, as if they were far, far away in the distance. Very, very quiet, very hard to hear. You have to focus.
Robin's gonna kind of walk to the front of the train and just make
Yeah.
sure there's no damage.
So as you walk up towards the front of the train, and indeed Silas, as you pull your hoodie up and stand up and kind of turn to look towards the front, you can see that a giant pile of rocks have come down off the mountain and covered the tracks in front of the train.
Oh my
And with that,
God.
we will conclude this chapter of Children of Éarte. Everyone, please remember, my delightful friends, that life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. We will see you next week.